TotalTeamRoping.com.
Bret Beach here with Total Team Roping, and I want to talk to you a little bit about how to actually use Total Team Roping to become a better roper. And one of the visions we had when we put this together, I know for me, when I was learning how to rope when I was a kid, I was fortunate enough, I was always most of the time around people that was better than me. So that's what I was seeing. I was always had to, that's what I was getting to watch. Where, nowadays there's so many team ropers, and a lot of the schools I go to, Clay does, Jake, Bobby, Charles, Cesar, you get in areas where there's just not that upper level caliber of ropers. And so that's one of the beauties of this right here is to put this thing together so it's available to you and you can watch. It's basically like being able to practice with them. So I know I'll watch this even myself sometimes. I love to watch Clay heel, because I can always pick up little things from him, because I always, every steer I run, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to get better. And so just being able to practice, this is just kind of like being able to practice with these guys. So this is what you're seeing. So when you go practice, my advice to you is, spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can before you go rope. And when we came up with the idea for the phone apps, that was one of the driving thoughts behind it, was making it available to you in the arena. So if you are having problems, you can go dig in there and you can find out. We try to cover everything on it, and you can go into it and start picking stuff out that would apply to you. I know a large part of why all these guys that you're watching on Total Team Roping, why they got to the level they got to, is they learned from watching ropers that was better than them at the time. So this just makes it available to you, to sit there and watch runs. I mean, I know a lot of times when I was learning, when the guys had come over from California, I knew they was going to beat me. There was just no doubt about it. When they came to Arizona, I was fixing to donate some money to them, but I spent a lot of time trying to learn and watch and see what they did, because the next year I didn't want them to be whipping on me like a little stepchild. So if you can, just spend a lot of time watching, and then when you're watching it, if you have questions, we have so many topics. We try to cover everything for you guys. Then you can go in there and be specific about a certain subject and go into that and try to determine where you're at in your roping. I promise that's probably the most important thing, because wherever you're at, that's where you have to start progressing from. So, and everybody's, generally speaking, they're in a different spot in their roping. From a beginner to a 2 to a 3, 4s, 5s. But wherever you're at, there's something in here that applies to you that's going to make you a better roper. So the more time you can spend watching this, and please send in all the questions you want. I mean, we make every effort to call everybody back. I like to talk to you about it, because I can talk a lot better than I can type. And that's, again, the videos. We made that available to anybody who wants to send a video in, and I like to watch them and then call you and talk to you about it, just to kind of help you evaluate where you're at and what I feel that you need to do next, to try to progress to make your roping better, because it's all steps. I mean, you're really not going to skip any steps in roping. You're just going to try to shorten them steps up a little bit, and that's what we've tried to make available here to you. And I think it's just the way you use it. It's the way you practice. So if you spend time watching this before you practice, you're gonna be more apt to emulate what you're watching. So get that camera out, get a family member, a friend, whoever, find somebody that knows how to do it, and send us some videos and let us help you kind of establish where you're at in your roping and what is the next step you need to take, because that's how you're going to progress. You got to take that first step to get to the second one. So please send them to us. We appreciate it. Bret Beach from Total Team Roping.
TotalTeamRoping.com.